Starting May 5th, the Department of Education will resume collections of defaulted student loans. Now, they haven't done this since March 2020, but department officials say it is necessary to protect taxpayers from carrying the cost of federal loans taken on willingly by student borrowers.
So joining us now to talk more about what this means for millions of Americans is Stephen Connors of Connors Wealth Management. So thanks for joining us, Stephen, to walk us through some of this. I mean, this is a really tough spot for some folks because, you know, if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah.
So what are these people supposed to do?
Well, the key is to not allow your loan to go into default. And the reason being is if it goes into default, then they could garnish your wages. If you were expecting a tax refund, any of those types of items, if you were expecting, you know, they have the right to do that. So the key is to avoid a default. And so the student loan borrowers, you know, they need to make sure that they contact the borrower and work out an arrangement. And this way you can avoid garnishment from your wages or anything along those lines that would be adverse to your own particular situation.
When you're looking at options, Stephen, that people have, like if I'm going to call my borrower, what should I say? What is something that seems more realistic for someone who honestly just can't afford to keep up with those payments?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would say that they are more than willing to talk with you and to, if you share your financial information and what your earnings are and what your ability to pay is, they're more likely to work with you than not work with you. So the key, as I said before, is to avoid default. Call them, be proactive. Don't sit on your hands and hope that something favorable happens, because the Biden era programs are over, and there was a lot of start and stop during the Biden administration. But now with the May 5th offset program approaching, and they began April 21st, I believe, you know, you want to be proactive, call your borrower, work out a plan, share with them all your financial information. They're more likely to stretch out the payments, share with them your finances, show them that you are a good faith borrower. And I think that you're more likely to have a better outcome, because if you ignore it, it could affect your credit score, and which will affect your future ability to borrow and other items that are important to you or you and your family.
So these are this student loan. They're a little bit different from a regular loan. I mean, you really can't get out of these things. They're there, and so you're going to have to pay them. Like, I mean, you can't file bankruptcy and just be, you know, all is well a few years later, right?
That's correct. Yeah, the student loans are with you, and you know, one did receive an education, obviously, for the loans that are in place. However, again, if you are transparent with these the government loan issuers, and you get in touch with them, you don't want to have a surprise. The problem is that some people believe that just putting it in the back of their mind, compartmentalize it, and just not think about it, that will somehow satisfy things. But if you do that and you go through that kind of thought process, it could come back to bite. And so that's why I encourage all borrowers, you want to avoid default.
Right.
And anything you can do to prevent that and to work out a deal, work out a repayment program with the borrower, you'll be a lot better off than someone that ignores it.
Yeah, so it sounds like everyone needs to take action today. Get on the phone with that borrower. Stephen Connors with Connors Wealth Management, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right.